Hi, guys, and welcome to episode 4 of 5 Questions with Tina. And today, my amazing, fantastic guest is Mike Sayer. So-
Hey Tina.
Hi. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. It's an absolute honor to be doing this with you.
Yay. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Mike. He is the head of global product communications for Bentley Motors. He is also the head of the Bentley Heritage Collection. And Mike, do you want to tell everybody how you met me, some random cello player?
Yes, because it's a story that goes from fanboy to professionalism. Uh, uh, a long time ago, it's been a long time since I picked up a cello, but I used to play cello. I learned how to do so in high school. Uh, Ever since I've had an affinity with it and followed your career from really when you sort of broke onto the scene, Tina, and then saw you live when you were touring with Hans Zimmer. Saw you live in Dublin. I thought, there she is. That's amazing. And then, by complete chance, your first ever solo gig was 20 miles from where I live, in Manchester, in England. So a couple of friends and I came to see you live, and it was while I was watching perform, I thought, we need to do something between Bentley and Tina. You are, this amazing young musician that's taking a classical instrument and turning it upside down and doing great things with it. So that was the spark of an idea. We talked, we put a proposal into Bentley. You ended up being a brand partner for a year. You helped us launch Bentayga Hybrid, our luxury SUV. You wrote music for us. You came and did 3 amazing performances with us. And we've been friends ever since.
Oh, I totally paid him to say all of that. Thank you. Yeah, no, it has been amazing, and I'm so glad that we are friends. So thank you for doing this and for telling that story. Are you ready to be questioned?
I am ready. Hit me.
Okay. Question number 1. What is your favorite type of pizza? I need to know the toppings and the crust and
Okay, you're
anything
going,
else.
you're going, you're going with that as the lead question. Okay, so I am lucky enough to travel a lot with work. I'm someone that likes to, whenever I'm in different places, I like to try different things and immerse myself in the food of that area. So if I'm in Italy, there's nothing that beats a real genuine Italian pizza. Um, there's no point ordering a margarita pizza in England because it's disgusting, but in Italy it's magnificent. If you're in Chicago, deep dish is unbeatable, but again, it's not what you want to eat in the UK. Trust me. My answer before I knew you, Tina, would have been different because I used to love supreme pizzas. So anything with as much stuff on as you could possibly fit on top of a pizza. And then
Mhm.
about 2 years ago, you posted about your favorite pizza, which I know is pepperoni and pineapple. And
Yes.
I remember messaging you and giving you a whole load of shit about it and telling you that was ridiculous. And then about a year ago, my wife and I were ordering takeout, and I thought, do you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do it. So I ordered a pepperoni pineapple pizza.
Uh,
And listen, everyone, put your prejudice to one side about pineapple on pizza. Give it a go. She's onto something. The whole salty sweet thing, it's amazing. So I'm gonna go with you on the whole pepperoni pineapple situation.
Oh,
It is amazing.
that's sweet. Is it from Domino's also or no? Where do you order?
Yeah, Domino's here is okay. We have actually quite a good takeout pizza place just down the road from us, a little independent place. So yeah, they're kind of like, you want what? But they're used to it now.
Right after the show in Manchester that you talked about earlier, I ordered a from Domino's in the UK, and they have this like double decker. I think do they still have it? Where it's like
I don't
two
know.
layers of. It's basically two pizzas smashed on top of each other, and I had a pineapple and pepperoni one. So
That's like your
very.
idea of Nirvana, isn't it? Two pizzas on top of each other.
I'm so glad that you guys now enjoy this type of pizza. That
There you
makes me
go.
very happy.
Together, Tina, we will lead the revolution.
Okay. Question number 2. What is your spirit animal?
Oh my God, what is my spirit animal? That is a great question. I think it'd be easy to say something like a tiger or something powerful and masculine, wouldn't it? But Honestly, the animal I am always closest to are dogs. Dogs seem to just love me, and I love them back. I think I must smell like a dog. I grew up. My family had a beautiful flat coated retriever when I was growing up, and he was the best dog ever, which is what everyone says about their dog. But yeah, a big gun dog I think would be my spirit animal because definitely the animals I have the most connection to.
Oh, thank you for that excellent answer. Question number three. Now, this is kind of work related. Okay, so tell me about your most memorable experience working with Bentley. It could either be really positive or really negative. So it's up to you. It's a free for all.
Well, Tina, firstly, I work in PR at Bentley, so there's no such thing as a negative experience with Bentley, of course, naturally.
Yeah.
Um, there have been a couple of moments where I'm just like, this is a bit pinch myself. My best answer is actually from a long time ago, which was the first really memorable drive in a Bentley. I've been very, very fortunate in my career at Bentley to have a lot of um, opportunity to drive some of the best cars in the world in some of the most beautiful locations. But funnily enough, the first time I ever really had a memory making drive was in the UK. It was in early February and it was at about midnight. So I was driving back from a late meeting about 30 miles from home. And it was midnight. It was a completely clear night. It was a few degrees below freezing, completely starry sky, moon as like a half moon out, and I was in a car Bentley used to make called an Azure, which is a huge sort of 17-foot long convertible land yacht. Amazing cars, but huge occasion when you drive them. But also incredibly quick. A huge V8 engine, 500 horsepower, and my route from the meeting back home was all these amazing open country roads. And I had even though it was so cold, I had the roof down. I had heated everything on, so heated seats and steering wheel and a coat on. And driving under this starry sky, no other cars on the road. Didn't see another car in the whole journey, and it was magic. You just get into this moment where you're sort of tuned into this car and the environment, and you can feel your brain recording it as such a special moment. And it's always been with me as this first real sort of, oh my god, I get to do this as part of my job.
That
And there's
is
been
incredible. That's
been a
beautiful.
few of those since, but that was the first one. It's always kind of the most special because of it.
Oh, I love that. Wow, it's also so romantic. Well, I think everything's romantic, but it's so
you
romantic.
you really do, you really do. But if we want to go cheesy again, I also remember the first live performance you did for Bentley at the event we did in Spain, where
Yes.
it was for all of our global retailers. So there were several hundred people in this amazing stone, almost like a cellar, and you were on stage and you were doing your thing. And I remember just thinking, this is cool. Like a year ago, we'd never spoken, and now here you are performing at an event for all these people, and I was quite proud of that.
Oh, thank you again so much for not dragging me, bringing me into the world of Bentley. It was an amazing experience. Excuse me. Okay. Question number four. What is your weapon of choice during the zombie apocalypse?
Oh my god, where do you come up with these questions? That's an amazing question. Weapon of choice. Um, hmm. I mean, so firstly, how do you kill a zombie? You got to destroy their head, haven't you? With a zombie, like you
Usually,
can't just like if you
you
set
could
fire to a
decapitate.
zombie, it's just going to keep going, isn't it? So
I think so. It's
I
best to
think
like destroy the brain stab or like decapitate.
okay, so I'm thinking I think mine should be like vehicle mounted. It needs to be something I can drive. So maybe like a
Okay.
car with like some kind of spinning situation on the roof that just will just whip round and just take their heads clean off.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so
You
a
know,
Bentley with spinning
a spin.
swords.
Yeah, yeah, or it's a sword or like a mace, which is like a
Yes.
really heavy ball on the end of a chain that you can swing.
Oh, I've got a few of those. Yeah, I love
Oh,
those.
you know what? That wouldn't surprise me. You are
I
ready
love
for
it.
the apocalypse when it comes. You bring the mace, I'll bring the car.
Okay. Question number 5. What is the weirdest dream you've ever had?
That is not repeatable on this Q&A, Dina Guo. Um,
Okay.
I do have a PG-13 answer though, which is I had the craziest dream a few years ago. Which, speaking of apocalypses, I was in like an office building,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden I was very aware of like sirens going off, and I looked out of the window, and there was a nuclear explosion and a big mushroom cloud, and I stood at the window, and the shockwave came towards me and hit me, and I died. And usually, when you die in a dream, you wake up. But the weird thing about this dream was that's not what happened. I just reset back to the start of the dream. So I was in the office
Oh.
building again, and I was like, this is weird. And the whole sequence
Mhm.
happened again. And it kept repeating, but every time it repeated, I'd be like, I know what's going to happen. I need to get out of here. And it kept
Yeah.
happening until I managed to get out of the building and start like running up the street and find somewhere where I would survive this blast. And that took like
That
10 loops of the dream. And then it went off into this very crazy situation where
that
it was post apocalypse and people walking around and trying to survive. It must have been 15 years ago, that dream, but it was super surreal.
That is crazy. I feel like there's been like maybe a couple movies that were not Groundhog's Day, but something like that where like you keep dying over and over. But
Yeah.
like, was it? I used to have like a lot of actually nightmares when I was younger of situations, not quite dying, but yeah, where it would just keep repeating. Or if I fell back asleep, I would just go be like right back into it. And there was one. I don't know why it reminds me of it all of a sudden, but I had this like I don't know how to ride a bicycle. And so I had a nightmare that like, but I was on a tricycle because I can't ride a bike. And so I was probably in middle school, like 12, 13 years old. And I used to be super afraid of like ghosts or like haunted houses. I still don't like haunted houses because I'm a big chicken. So my entire dream, like the entire night, the nightmare was just I was in front of this like really creepy house that's like falling apart and it's haunted. And I'm trying to get out, but there's like a fountain, very I mean so cliche, but there's a fountain in the middle and there's like a circular driveway and I'm on my red tricycle with little streamers on the side. And I keep riding in a circle. And I'm like trying to, like, I don't know what I'm running for. So I'm just like going in a circle and I can't get out. And I would like wake up a few times because I was conscious that I was dreaming. I'm like, wake up, wake up. And I woke up sweating. I go back to sleep. I'm back on the bike. Oh my God. It was
Have
just,
you have you seen The Shining?
no, I haven't. Is that
Oh,
what
you should.
happens in The Shining?
No, but there's a kid on a tricycle in a creepy place.
Oh,
Sounds a lot
great.
like
I'm
your dream.
definitely not going to watch The
But
Shining
it's
then.
it's funny. I still have it occasionally. I had a recurring dream about cycling up like a road up a mountain in the fog, and it would be going fine, and then I'd just cycle off the edge of the mountain and just like fall down and bounce and bounce and bounce, and I'd wake up when I stopped.
Oh my gosh.
It
This
was
interview
dream.
has taken a
Oh,
very morbid turn.
when you mentioned zombies, that's where it all went wrong. We were doing
Oh,
fine before then.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, that's the 5 questions, and I always like to end, hopefully, in a non-death zombie nightmare related
No more, no
note
more death.
about. Is there anything that, like, words of advice, or just anything that you want to say? You can sing a song. You can, I don't know, say something useful, like whatever you want. This is your
Uh,
opportunity.
I can absolutely guarantee that nobody wants to hear me sing a song. When I used to play the cello, I used to be a chorister as well, but that was a long time ago. Um, do I have any words of advice? I'm a big believer in subconsciously working towards things. So people talk about manifesting, and I don't think they often understand what it really means. It's not just asking the universe for stuff, but um, when I talk to my colleagues about advancing in our careers and getting to the stage where you're doing something you really love. It's about just setting little goals and every day just reminding yourself of what you're working towards. And the most important thing, when people ask me about working at Bentley and having an exciting job, the most important thing is that you love what you do. And if you don't, you have to make a change, because there have been times in my career where I haven't loved what I've been doing and I've had to sort it out. But in those situations, don't be afraid. Just take the plunge, reset, do something completely adventurous, but have a bigger plan in mind and just keep working towards it. And it's much more important than status or money or anything else, is that you just love what you do. That's my advice to the world.
That's Thank you so much. That's amazing advice. That's so great. So thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you so much for being on this video podcast.
Tina, it's such a pleasure. I kind of still can't really believe you asked me. I'm humbled to be part of the group of people that you're talking to. So it's absolutely my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, we will see you next week on Monday, 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 o'clock Eastern. And I hope you have a great day, Mike. I'll talk to you soon.
You too, Tina. See ya. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.